Hello, grade 8s. This is a video on the third lesson of my square root series here on problem solving with using square root. So I want to take you back. Do you remember back in lesson 1 we looked at patios? So the first patio was 1 meter long and had an area of 1. The next one was 2 meters long, area of 4, 3 long, 9, etc. So we found that if you looked at the area and you square rooted the area, it actually gave you the length. So for all of these, you square root the area, you get the length. This is a very important formula that will help you through your problem solving. Remember that. Square rooting area is equal to length. This only applies to squares, not rectangles, so only for squares. Okay, so let's look at the first problem. So problem 1 says Michael has a square garden that has an area of 860 square feet. He wants to put a metal fence all around it. How many feet of fencing does he need? And you will need 2 steps to solve this problem. So first thing I want you to know, when you want to put a metal fence all around something, that's called finding the perimeter. Okay, so 860 square feet, we want to find its perimeter basically. So first step is we want to maybe visualize this. We have a square. It has an area of 860 square feet. And we just learned that if you square root the area, I'll just abbreviate A, it equals the length. So for my first step, I have to square root 860, and that'll tell me how long this square is, keeping in mind that every side is the same, right? So that works out to be rounded off to the 100th, or as money is usually rounded off, 2933. That's the length of one side, only one. So imagine if I had 4 sides like that. So the easiest way to find the perimeter of this is, instead of adding 4 times, my next step is to take 29.33 and I multiply that by 4, and that will give me the amount of fence that I need, which works out to be 117.32. The units are feet, not square feet. And there's my 2 steps to solving this problem, including a picture, which is always a great thing to add in. Okay, so that's the first problem. We're going to do another one, and that's all, because I think that kind of, you get the idea. So next one, problem solving 2. Michael has a square bedroom, not a rectangle, right? Square bedroom that has an area of 180 square feet. He wants to put a wood baseboard all around it. So it's a board that's at the bottom of the floor along the wall that goes all the way around. Every home has it. The baseboard costs $1.39 per foot. How much will the baseboard cost before tax and after tax? Okay, so area is this. That's the cost for every foot of board. You got to put board all around. And I need to know with tax and after tax. 4 steps required, okay? So let's look at this. So we have a square bedroom that has every side the same. It has an area of 180 square feet. The cost of the baseboard is $1.39 per foot, okay? Step 1, I have to know how long this bedroom is. So I remember the first formula. If I square root the area, I get length, right? So square rooting 180 will give me the length of this bedroom, and it works out to be, rounded off as money is, 13.42 feet. So if I was to write that on every side, right, I can see that in order to find the perimeter all the way around this room, I got to put board all around it. Easiest way is to take that answer, 13.42, and I times it by 4. That works out to 53.68 feet of perimeter all the way around. Now, every foot of board costs this. I have this much. So what I'm going to do is take the price of the board times the number of feet, which I just got, and that will tell me how much it's going to cost for my board. $74.62. But that's no tax. My last and 4th step is, what's the price of this board when I include the tax? And you learned back in earlier on in the year that the magic number here in Manitoba, because we have 8% of PST and 5% of GST, for a total of 13% tax. we add that to 100% of the price. So we get 113% of tax with the price. So we change this number to a decimal, 1.13, and this is the magic number for tax in Manitoba. All you do is you take 1.13, you times it by the price, no tax, so times 74.62, and that gives you your price with tax, works out to be $84.32 with tax. And that is 4 steps in solving this problem. And I hope that helps you out, grade 8s, with square root problem solving. And have a great day.